One of the aspects of Revelation that people find both fascinating and confusing concerns the imagery in the book. You find when you read the book of Revelation, you encounter images that are not like anything you experience in ordinary life. You have a great seven-headed beast that comes lumbering out of the sea. You find a seven-headed dragon that's cast down from heaven. You find these strange and bizarre images that make people wonder, what's all this about? Some people insist that the imagery is all to be taken literally, but what they often don't tell you is that they themselves don't take everything literally. Not even the most literalistic interpreters really think that we'll know that the end has arrived when CNN picks up a picture of a great seven-headed beast lumbering out of the sea. Everyone understands that at some level these images represent greater realities. The way in which I read the Revelation is that in looking at the imagery, you find that the images often bring together characteristics of a broader phenomenon of evil or some characteristic of the ways of God in the world. The image of the Lamb is one of the most dominant images. We all know that it means Jesus, but it doesn't tell us what Jesus looks like physically. He doesn't have wool, he doesn't have four legs. It communicates a broader meaning. It communicates something about the meaning of his death as a sacrifice on our behalf. The same is true of the beast. The beast doesn't give us a physical description of what evil looks like. But in looking at the image of the beast, you see characteristics of how evil works in the world. You find evil at work where people are oppressed. You find evil at work where deception runs rampant. You find evil is at work where the profit motive, where greed, where avarice, where indifference, where violence run rampant. Those would be the characteristics of the beast that Revelation would lift up. The purpose in the imagery is not to give us a clue so we know, now we know the moment when the end has arrived. Rather, the images are ways of opening our eyes to see who is God in Christ, to see what does evil look like in our world, and to be strengthened in our own sense of our faith in God, and also a call to resist those powers of evil that work against the will of God.